Hi there, everybody. Amber Hawkins, your computer needs at Toledo LLC, celebrating year number 15 in computer training, more that comes to you. For more information, all of it is in the description, but nevertheless, you can call or text to 419-304-4564. You can email me or go to yourcomputerneeds.net/contact. I would like to thank everybody who tuned in when I did the mail merge as far as from Access to Word. This is the one from Excel to Word. I wanted to make sure I kept up with what I wanted to in this series. I would have done it earlier, my apologies, but I had previous commitments, so I wasn't able to do it then, but I will make sure to do it now. So, as they say, no time like the present. Now, it's going to be a little different here as far as with the mail merge when it comes to Excel. As you can see, I am in Word, but I'm going to bring forth an Excel file so that I can perform the mail merge. If you aren't familiar with mail merge, make sure to check out the previous video, and that link is also in the description. But again, that was for, from Access to Word. This one is from Excel to Word. So here we go. We're going to go into the mailings tab, which should be popping up shortly. Oh, there we go. And I'm going to go into the Start Mail Merge group. And we're going to start the mail merge process. For those of you who are not familiar with it, I highly suggest going through the wizard so that you can see the steps that are involved. And when you get more experience, you'll be able to just either go to letters or just go to emails or just go to envelopes, labels, or directories, or even the normal Word document. But we're going to go through the step-by-step mail merge wizard. And let me move this out the way so it can be seen. If you remember from the last time, there is a selection choice that I have. I either have everything from letters to email messages to envelopes to labels or directory. We're going to use a letter in this example, so we're going to leave that as a choice. Let me go on to the next step. The next step is with starting the document. Am I going to use the current document that I have open now? Am I going to use a template or template, depending on how you pronounce it, or you're going to start from the existing document? I'm going to use this current document here. Since it's already selected, I can go on to the next step, which is select recipients. I can use an existing list. I can use a list from Outlook, or I can type up a new list altogether. Since I'm going to use an existing list, I'm going to click Browse because it's not showing the list yet. So I'm going to click on Browse, and I'm going to go to the sample Excel file that I have prepared. So let me go ahead and do that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to make sure I select the one with the $sign behind it because this contains the information that I need. Now, I know you see two of them, but I had already double checked, so I know which table it is. In case you have more than one file of whatever you are, in this case, importing, is coming into Word, then by means check it to make sure it has the information that you need. Again, I had previewed this beforehand, so I know this particular table contains the information that I need, and I'm going to click OK. And it's showing me that this is the table that I need. This is the information that I need because it contains everything from the last name, the first name, address, city, state, and on from there. So I'm gonna click OK. And now that it is showing that it is the correct file that I'm going to use, the correct Excel file, I'm going to click to the next step. But before I do, this is under the use an existing list area in mail merge. So you see it right here. So let me go into the next step, which is writing the letter. If I want to, I can use everything from an address block to a greeting line, electronic postage, or I have a choice of more items. To keep it simple, we're just going to do a straight typing and not make it long. So we'll use, I was going to use today's date, but I think I'll just do a back date. Let's see. I'm going to kind of do a memo type, so it'll be two, let's say, I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do this. Yeah, I'm doing memo style. So to from subject or regarding, oops, sample letter. Please be advised that all change of letters have to be mailed on or October 30th, 2020. Questions, please contact board coordinators. I like to sound out as I'm typing it, so you have to excuse me. As they say, there is a method to the madness. Board coordinators, extension on the 5th. Thanks. Oops. Thanks for your attention. All right. So we're just going to keep it simple. I'll do a copy paste real quick. To don't want to just say port coordinator. Just making up something. Okay, what's going to happen now is the part where you insert the excuse me, the merge fields, and that's what they're called. It's going to be challenging for some, but the reason why I'm calling it a mail merge field is because this is how Word understands doing mailings. It is coded that way. I didn't have anything to do with coding. So in order for you to do what needs to be done, you have to follow how it's set up. So that's how it's set up. So we're going to insert the following fields. And I'm in Let me show you where I'm going to. The Mailings tab, write and insert fields group inside this area, insert merge field. I'm going to select what I need to select for this to go into the body of this letter. So I'm going to have the title, space, the first name, and the last name. I'm going to have what hospital or clinic, next space. I'm going to have the address, next space down. It looks double space, but we'll fix that soon. City, comma, space, and then state. Another space and zip code. So I have the title of whom I'm going to send out to, the person's first name, the person's last name, the hospital or clinic that they're at, address, city, state, and zip code. Let me make sure I mention this. Everything here is made up. About to say messed up. Sorry, is made up. So if this happens to be the person's name, it's pure coincidence. This again, this is all made up. Even some of the hospitals, even some of the addresses are made up. So I want to make sure that is crystal clear. Before I get to that part, let me move this over for a quick moment. In the preview results group, where you also see this ABC with the double arrows in red, you can view the information to make sure that this is the correct information again. It doesn't hurt to check more than once. So what's going to happen is, okay, these are, again, the made up names, and I do have the correct information that I need. If I want to go all the way to the last record as it's called here, I can click on this arrow with the line that says last record, and it takes me directly to the last record. That's what it's called here in Mail Merchant. So the record is everything that was contained in the information I brought forth. If I want to go to the very beginning, I can click on the first record arrow, and it takes me right to the beginning, as you had seen. I can leave it spaced like this if I want, or I can take out this double space and make it single space, which I'm going to do. So I'm going to highlight this whole area, because if I didn't, nothing would happen. I'm going to go to the Home tab, and in the paragraph group, I'm going to click this arrow here. And what I'm going to do as I move this over, I'm going to change the spacing, because again, I want single space. So I'm going to take this out and put it 0. And then I'm going to select single, because I want this to be single space. And this is in the spacing area. Click OK. And there I have it, single space. Let me also do this before I forget. I'm going to put date here. All right, I have everything I need. And although I'm previewing everything in the process, I'm just going to go ahead and go to the next step, which is preview your letter. So not only, let me go back to this tab, not only can you preview everything here as far as making sure you have the correct information, it doesn't hurt to go into here in the preview your letters area, and you can still check your information in this area. If you have like a long list, this is good to use and a very good tool. You can find a recipient in case you need to find a specific record or a specific name or a specific entry. Either of the uses will be fine, but in Word, it is understood as record. And you can type who you need to find. Let me put Brown, for instance, and look in all fields. And there is who I need to find. Now, after I've checked everything, if everything is how it's supposed to be, then I go to the next step, which is complete the merge. I can complete the merge in a couple of ways. I can either go ahead and print it out, or I can edit individual letters. In this case, if you check everything during the process, you can pretty much go ahead and print. There may be times when you still need to check it, individual letters for whatever reason. Know that if you do this, you're going to be taking more time. So understand that. Are there instances where you will need to? Yes, there are. Nevertheless, the goal of doing the mail merge as you go step by step is to alleviate taking extra time. So after you check to make sure everything is done, again, you can print out. But since I don't have a printer in front of me, we're going to do a little pretending. Let's pretend that all of these have been printed out. But I'm going to use the edit individual letters in this situation, in this example right here. So I'm going to click on edit individual letters. Now, a new document is going to open, so I'm going to let you know that. And I could have done it here if I wanted to. So in mailings tab in the finish group, where it says finish and merge, I can edit individual documents. I can print the documents, or if it was set up to be sent as an email, I could do that as well. In this case, I'm going to go in the merge area here. I'm going to select individual letters. Again, it's going to open a new document. And then I can move this out of the way. Do I want them all a current record or only certain records? So out of all the records, do I need them all? Out of all the records where I am now, do I just need that letter? Or do I need, instead of all of them, let's say from record 2 to record 5, as an example. If you only need a range or only certain letters, this is where you go. Let me inform you, in this area, you are not going to be able to pick maybe, let's say you got 20 letters to send out, but you only need like the first 5 records, record 7, record 10, and record 15. In other words, you only need the first 1 to 5 letters, and then the 7th letter, and then the 10th letter, and the 15th letter. You can't arrange the range like that. It's a straight 1 to 5, 2 to 7, 3 to 6, and all of that. It will not, nor does it give you the ability to do that. So I want to make sure I address that. So now that I've answered that question, because that was a question that was asked, I'm going to select all of the records because it's not a lot in this case. I have seen it where it could be over 200, 300 letters that need to go out. So this is why I say check, double check, triple check everything before you get to this step. So imagine trying to edit 200, 300 of letters in your new document. So also imagine the timing that it would take to edit all of them. So I'm probably sounding like a scratch record, but check before you get to this step here. I'm selecting them all. I'm going to click OK. And it opened to a new document where you see it says letters 1. So here are all the letters or all the records, and everything is fine. The only, this won't happen, but let's say, one of the doctors also needs to be told, or two of the doctors also need to be told, excuse me, told some information that was just found out. There were a couple of patients, or these are the two doctors who haven't sent the previous letter out to their patients. So we are going back and say, okay, which one of these doctors did not send the previous letter? So it happens to be, let's say, the last two. Happens to be Dr. Banks and Dr. Fareed. So you're going to go back and add the sentence. Also mail out as soon as possible. Let me think. Correspondence detailing your availability for November and December. The support coordinator has been informed that many patients haven't received that letter yet. Okay, we have that. And I'm just going to do a quick copy paste. Is this a scenario that happens all the time? No. But in the event that something like this happens, at least you have an idea of what to do. All right. Everything is all set. Everything is straight. Everything looks good. And if we can go to the file menu or just do a control P. See, I believe it's going to come up. Let's try again. Maybe it's not. Oh, there it is. I was going to say, maybe it's not going to come up. And like I said, I don't have a printer in front of me, but in case I did, I would click here to print out what I need to print out. And that is all for, wait, hold it. When you're from the corporate world, anybody can relate to this. There has been another doctor, and we just found out that all of the patients didn't get the changed doctor letter. I don't know if that's what it's called. I'm just making this up. But you know, the letters that come that say like your doctor is going to move to another hospital or your doctor is going to move out of town, therefore you need to seek another doctor. We found out that, let me pick somebody. No, not Michael Jackson. Dr. Hackett, here we go. We found out Dr. Hackett, for whatever reason, his patients didn't get the change of doctor letter yet. So let's just, oops, let me lower this again. All right, there we go. For some reason, his patients didn't get it, so we're gonna make sure we add this. Let's see. For next Friday, please make sure all change doctor letters have either been mailed or emailed to your patients. Support coordinator's office has received numerous calls from your patients that they haven't received any letters mentioning your departure. Thanks for your attention. And again, we'll miss you. Okay, there you go. You can probably hear a conversation. Okay, now do we have everything together? Hopefully the answer is yes. In case it's not, here I'm gonna say it again. You check beforehand. All right. That is all as far as mail merge from Excel to Word. If you have any questions, comments, please post them down below in the comment section. Thank you very much. Everybody take care. Sometime next week, it will be Outlook to Word. Looking forward to you tuning in. Before I forget, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll know when I'll be posting videos. And hey, share this video out. Make sure that you have others subscribe and hit the bell notifications as well so you'll know when videos will be posted. Again, thank you very much. Don't forget, be safe out there. Bye-bye.